Franklin Graham, the son who inherited Billy Graham's mantle, has erected a vast humanitarian and evangelistic network valued in the billions. But as 2025 draws to a close, cracks are widening, prompting a bold, unforeseen pivot that has stunned allies and adversaries alike. He's stepped away from the accountability standards his own father helped forge, drawing scrutiny from regulators and whispers of internal strife. Whispers of deteriorating health, familial transitions, and mounting political entanglements swirl like storm clouds over his North Carolina stronghold. Insiders hint at forthcoming disclosures that could upend perceptions of his charities, his unyielding partisanship, and the private toll of his path. Revelations that threaten to fracture the very inheritance he was groomed to safeguard. The heir apparent to America's most revered evangelist risks becoming the figure who dims its glow. William Franklin Graham III arrived on July 14, 1952, as the fourth of 5 children to Billy and Ruth Bell Graham, stepping into a household already woven into the fabric of global faith. Their early home was a rustic log cabin crafted from salvaged lumber, nestled amid the mist-shrouded peaks of North Carolina's Black Mountain Range. Acquired in 1954 for a mere $12 to $13 per acre, the 200-acre spread boasted 120 apple trees and 18 pristine springs, a slice of serenity amid the Appalachians. Outwardly idyllic, the interior pulsed with unspoken strains. Billy's burgeoning ministry demanded his presence elsewhere, often eclipsing family rhythms. By Franklin's second year, his father had launched the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association, BGEA, transforming it into a powerhouse that kept Billy absent for up to 200 days annually. Franklin, barely toddling, was thrust into the whirlwind of these gatherings. In 1954, the London Crusade spanned 12 grueling weeks, drawing throngs to hear Billy's urgent pleas. By 1957, Madison Square Garden hosted a 16-week marathon where Franklin, at 5, first glimpsed his father commanding arenas swollen with over 100,000 souls. In Moscow, altar calls saw up to 25% of 155,000 attendees, tens of thousands, stream forward in response. To the world, Billy was a beacon. To Franklin, he was an elusive silhouette, glimpsed more in newsreels than at the dinner table. Ruth, born in 1920 to U.S. missionary physicians in China, infused the home with her indomitable resilience. Raised within a hospital enclave just 300 miles from Shanghai, she slumbered to the staccato of Civil War gunfire, her father pioneering wooden prosthetics and co-founding Christianity Today. That same tenacity steered their North Carolina life. Ruth orchestrated home builds, secured loans, navigated deeds, and expanded holdings. When gawkers and threats, flagged by the FBI, overwhelmed their original abode, she scouted fresh terrain for Little Piney Cove, fortifying it with barriers. This enclave became their bastion, where Franklin matured, alongside sisters Gigi, Ann, and Bunny, trailed by brother Ned. Education unfolded in a one-room schoolhouse with a mere 12 pupils, yet sanctuary walls couldn't muffle the gravitational pull of his lineage. Billy Graham's son wasn't praise, it was a yoke. Ruth enforced discipline with unyielding grace. No screens, no dances, dawn devotions mandatory. Billy shone in broadcasts and broadsheets worldwide, but Ruth anchored the hearth. Health shadows loomed early. Franklin battled a severe bout of mumps encephalitis, a brain inflammation scare echoing Billy's own 1944 brush with near-fatal illness, derailing chaplaincy dreams. Such episodes, laced with public pleas for intercession, amplified the spotlight. Ruth steadied the ship. Billy pressed onward from afar. At 11, Franklin shipped to New York's Stony Brook School, a rigorous Christian boarding haven. The regimen, rigid codes, isolation, piety, suffocated him. Homesick pleas flooded home lines, resentment simmered. By 13, rebellion flickered, sips of spirits, a quiet defiance against the preacher's prodigy mold. Subtle at onset, his defiance sharpened. At 15, joyrides and borrowed rides veered perilous. One account details a tree collision fracturing his jaw, details varying, but risks unanimous. 16 brought a Texas relocation and a stint in a rock outfit dubbed the Knights. Long locks, amplified riffs, a sonic revolt against paternal tenets. 17 marked Exodus. Israel first, then Europe unbound. Hitchhiking trails, hostel bunks, menial gigs, no edicts, no exhortations. For the initial time, vistas stretched beyond Boone's bounds, beyond Colosseum conversions, beyond Scripture's span. Paradoxically, this odyssey tugged him homeward. 1969 summoned Ruth's intervention, not scolding but narrative. She wove tales of Billy's stumbles, his nascent hesitations. No harangue, just resonance. Transformation lagged, but momentum stirred. Letourneau College in Texas welcomed him in 1970, alongside a pilot's wings. Yet wanderlust lingered. Skipped lectures, revels, evasion. Culmination crashed in 1972, a flight ferrying a companion to Atlanta, grounded by gales in Louisiana overnight. Protocol, he reckoned, complied. The institution demurred. Expulsion followed. Return to Montreat Anderson College yielded an associate's in 1974. There, rekindled bonds with Jane Austen Cunningham, a steadfast Baptist from Boone roots who cherished slopes and wilds and, divergently, devotion. Their courtship navigated his tempests. She discerned potential amid pandemonium, anchoring resolutely. August 1974 framed a lakeside reckoning in Switzerland, marking his 22nd year. Billy's promenade by Geneva's waters cut direct. Straddle no longer, embrace Christ or depart. The edict chafed, yet burrowed. Jerusalem beckoned for a youth pilgrimage. Solitary in his quarters, Romans 8:1 pierced. No condemnation now for those in Christ Jesus. Cigarette extinguished, he dropped to knees. Lord, I've transgressed. Against you, forgive me. Claim what's salvageable, it's yours. Surrender sealed, the once wayward scion yielded. Mere weeks later, August 14, 1974, he wed Jane on familial turf before 150 witnesses, Billy presiding. The youth of pilfered brews and purloined wheels professed renewal, and meant it. Tobacco ceased, spirits shunned, Boone reclaimed. Imperfect, yet irrevocably altered, he and Jane nurtured 4 offspring. That annum closed his associate's pursuits, paving to Appalachian State University. There, serendipity struck. Bob Pierce, World Vision progenitor and Samaritan's purse architect, crossed paths. Pierce's 1973 Asia sojourn, 6 weeks of raw anguish, imprinted indelibly. At 25, Franklin commandeered a rig into Bangladesh's barren expanse. Monsoon-flooded veins masqueraded as byways, his cab submerged as carcasses Bob passed. A hamlet mother's collapse, infant in arms, her pallor famine's prelude, his provisions passed instinctively, protocol be damned. 3 weeks shuttled 2,000 rice bales to oblivion's brink. Agony peaked amid offspring clawing at errant kernels like jewels. That tableau lingered, wallet-worn till erasure. 26 crystallized resolve, no clearances sought, no conclaves convened. From a basement bunker, he rallied 800 congregations, 12 sermons some Sundays, atlas splayed, zeal uncharted. $250,000 surged, dwarfing Samaritan's purse's prior $50,000 ledger. Inaugural venture teetered. Thai forces barred their freighter. 3-hour standoff with rifles leveled, palms slick, timbre firm, prevailed. Touchdown brought no elation, only depletion. Murmurs branded him nepotistic. Results rebuked them. Lebanon lurked next, 1979's Beirut, fracturing under siege. Tracer rounds whined like wasps. Artillery thundered through gutted academies. 45 waifs cowered in a shell-pocked shell, frost-bitten, famished, pains pulverized. UN armored a convoy, yet a marksman's round sheared the rear pane, embedding the headrest scant inches from his perch, 3 tots rearward. No heroism bloomed, vulnerability rent wide. Revelation deepened. Some bereft not by blasts, but Bolshevik squads targeting believers. Aid and ideology entwined henceforth. That year, unearthed Samaritans rot. $1.2 million vanished, $300,000 traceless, $400,000 lavished on elite lodgings for stewards. Amid pleas, one nabob yachted donor dues, another curated costly canvases. 27, Franklin stormed the board armed with ledgers and ultimatums. Abdicate or air the filth. Lawsuit volleys flew. Billy's tacit fortitude prevailed. Dust settled. Franklin helmed a $15,000 skeleton. He pledged his domicile to resurrect it. 1980 pierced the iron veil where creed was clandestine, Yuletide prescribed. 50,000 footwear crates, modest treasures for tots, slipped borders. $5,000 greased Polish sentries amid edicts, forged papers, scripted deceits primed capture. Warsaw's covert depot glowed by taper, ears pricked for patrols. Allies jailed. 2 perished in cells. By 1983, Operation Christmas Child blanketed 200,000 young ones over 7 red regimes. Paternity vied amid fervor. By 1982, 3 heirs, William Roy, Jane, arrived. He absented Roy's and Jane's debuts for exigencies. Jane's ultimatum loomed, recalibrate or rupture. A nursery adjoined his sanctum. Caregivers cycled. Tots toyed amid Somalia schematics. Optics decried exploitation. Indifference reigned. By 1985, progeny joined forays. He craved their confrontation with desolation. That juncture elevated him to BGEA vice presidency. Moscow's trial. 50,000 Soviets convened as shadows tailed. Logistics lorded. 100,000 scriptures smuggled. Scribes stonewalled. A placard's cry for 150 incarcerated vanished her bearer. Silence ensued. Vigilance honed. Ministry with peripheral peril. 1986 soloed the dais. Western Australia's 10-day blitz. 250,000 absorbed his barbs. Raw, un-Billy-esque. RAC Arena brimmed nightly with 13,000. 5,000 altered, 45% youth. A counselor's tears at adolescent vows. Simplicity sufficed. 1988 sundered fellowship. Reagan's contrabacking decried as profane. Rebels' counter, faith-fueled anti-Marx, swayed him. Progressives reeled. Atrocities, eye gougings, civilian carvings, clerical beheadings, unheeded. Confront malevolence, he posited. Don't debate. 1989 commandeered BGEA Media, birthing The Choice, a lavish Billy biopic. Multi-network airing hooked 20 million, coffers swelled 30%. Dramatizations, orchestration, candids evoked cinema over homily. Veterans griped, foresight vindicated, tubes supplanted tribunes. Billy's 1992 frailty thrust Franklin forward. Columbus rally for 300,000, deluge be damned. Father faint in seat, son sodden under bolts, orated finale. Anointment absolute, succession etched. 1983's tome on Pierce, exposing liaisons, fiscal folly, stirred schisms, mentor maligned, betrayal or verity. 1995 crowned CEO. Crusades morphed to melody festivals. Yet 2020's UK jaunt crumbled. 8 venues axed post 1.1 million signatures, branding vitriol. 02 Sheffield, Liverpool recanted. $97,000 damages clinched discrimination, sans homophobia proof. Repute scarred. Rwanda's post-genocide graves, 800,000 interred, witnessed his vigil. Clinics sprung, 1,200 tons freighted, 125,000 refugees succored. Orphans swarmed with tales of chapel blades, scholastic slaughters. Counselors convened. He dubbed it Infernal Incarnate. 2,000 forged Bush bonds, Austin prophecy powwows, $2 million war chest, inaugural invocation, faith initiatives funneled millions to Samaritans. Virtue's call compelled polity, recompense reaped. 9/11's rubble summoned 200 chaplains, post 72 hours, 12-hour vigils, half-year strong. Rubble raking with rescuers, widow whispers. 4,000 counseled, Manhattan Prayer Hub fielded 15,000 inaugural pleas. Wreckage's Iron Cross, divine semaphore. Katrina's Superdome deluge, 20,000 beneath drips, saw him sermonizing soaked. 50,000 kits dispensed. Salvation first barbs stung amid 5-day thirsts. Wire-ringed guard, triune tolls. Preach persisted. 2006 familial fracture, Ned's nuptial nosedive, narcotics nods, infidelity. Franklin funneled $75,000 therapy, muting mercy missives. Internally incensed, nomenclature's heft crushed kin. Post 9/11 broadcasts branded Islam wicked, evil. Unrepentant, even in 2006's NBC Grill. Retribution reigned, 200 fatwas, FBI fortification of familial fort, gates, gazes. Scandinavian swing scrapped. Amplification ensued, op-eds blanketing 10 million US Euro eyes. Persona pivoted, no mere air, evangelical lightning rod. 2012's amendment, One Crusade, $2 million for Carolina's matrimony moratorium. DVDs dispatched to 200,000 pulpits decrying ethical erosion. 93-year-old Billy headlined 14 paper spreads. 61% ratified May 8th, briefest ban, felled October 2014 federally. Youth exodus accelerated, elders edged away. Haiti's 2010 quake mobilized 300 souls, 5,000 shelters. Monsoons felled tarps, 12 fatalities, scores scathed. 2013 suits alleged apathy. Franklin's pew, divine decree, not defect. 3-year fray, $8 million excised. Defiance touted, 50,000 daily feeds, 15,000 healed inaugural half-year. Mortality marred marquees. 2016, Trump trumpet, inaugural prayer for 900,000. Access Hollywood as banter. Moderates hemorrhaged 15%, $35 million 2016-2017. Christianity Today's 2019 Trump excoriation met Franklin's riposte. Paternal ballot phantom. 300 stakeholders petitioned trajectory. Resolve, rigid. Parkland 2018. Dual days post-17 slain. Facebook fulminated gun curbs as hysteria, Satan sourced. 9 million views swift. Teen torchbearers misguided. 150 academies anathematized. Youth shuns surged. 15 staff severed. $12 million dipped. Post endured half year. Ukraine's duality. 2014-2022. 20 million meals. 100 million mobilized. Yet 2014 op-ed lauded Putin's queer curbs as safeguards. 2,800 donors queried Putin praise amid pray aid. 2022 incursion. Merits reiterated. Dual visits. 8,700 tended. Euro evangelicals estranged. Autocrats affinity probed. Abila's 2014-2015 African assault. 100 deployed. Elwa Hospital hundreds harbored. 747s freighted. Physician Kent Brantley fell July 2014. Not Franklin. Overseeing $50 million. 2016 rededication with Liberian chief. Africa's amplest Christian counter. COVID's 2020 crest. Central Park's 68-bed bastion. 10 ICUs. 1 teen inaugural fortnight. Faith stipulations critiqued. Equity affirmed. Vax advocacy, scriptural salve, Christ compliant. Foils fended, chips, passports no eschaton. BGEA digitized, app avails devotionals, archives, plans. Pandemic propelled millions homebound. 2022, Ukraine surge, 30 airlifts, 330 tons. Lviv Lair, 30 sites, 17,700 fattened, 58 stabilized. Armored forays, soldier supplications, 9.6 million aided. Samaritan's fiercest foray. 2015-2023 Fleet Forged. DC-8, 757 Paramount. Ladder log 200 runs, 8.7 million. Pounds. Tuthai-23, Turco-Syrian tremors. 48-hour drops. 24 wings span Alaskan hamlets to African infernos hourly. 2018's Through My Father's Eyes. 336 pages. Dozen-year labor. Intimates. Rarities. Paternal profundities. Emotional excavation of faith-forged filiation. 2024's border 10-city horizons, anti-migrant barbs. 21,000 signatures beseeched cancellations. Brownsville, El Paso, Chula Vista endured. 5,000 converged. Polity denial, piety paramount. October 2025 detonated. BGEA and Samaritan's purse severed from ECFA, Billy's 1979 co-creation. New leader care edicts, routine wellness, oversight, deemed moral meddling. With $1.4 billion Samaritan reserves, $224 million BGEA flux, the schism quaked Christendom. No alternate allegiance eyed, self-acclaim sufficed. That moon saw inaugural 767 Gaza ingress, 290,000 nutrient pouches, 12,000 lanterns, quilts. Hamas phrase toll, 223 tons, million rations antecedent. UN Evangel Ethics flagged, Gaza, formidable frontier, Graham growled. Gaza Humanitarian Foundation's wind down amplified his aperture, privately bankrolled, Israeli-US synced, UN shunned. 2024 to 2025, polity inflamed. Primary neutrality stunned MAGA. Re-election rally, $5 million ads ensued. Adversaries demonic. IRS audits trailed. Tax-exempt bounds queried. BGEA's 2016 Church Consortium cloaked 990s, $1.6 billion aegis imperiled. 73's toll, 2021 pericardial purge at Mayo. SAC excised, compression quelled. 2025 knee carve recent. Delegation dawn to Sun Will. January 30th, 1975 born, 2001 divinity. Six-continent proclaimer of millions. Montreat Mance mentors the mantle handover, 1974's Jane Union. Boone Bell, Ruth Rendezvous, mortified her. Turbulent dawn. Jane's constancy coaxed commitment. Four-fledged, 11 Grandlings grace. 42nd vow renewal 2016, ardor affirmed. Public reticence suits her Boone Parish pursuits. Scrutiny swells, yet Samaritan surges. Christmas Child's 200 million boxes by 2022. Canadian Arm, 72.4 million 2024 intake, 10.5% overhead. 2025 thawed $19 million U.S. aid post-Trump's 90-day embargo. Accountability allied. Trump tutelage sculpted post-2016 evangelical contours. Jerusalem consulate lauds. Divine dividends vowed. 2024 Israel sojourn. Policies. America's boon. Globe's grace. Israel's guard. Fidelity fissions generations. Elders embrace. Youth egress. Liberty. Life. His litany. Fisher's flare. Onward thrusts. 2026. Manchester Fest. October 3rd. UK's Colosseum colossal. Healing hymned. ECFA Exodus intimates more. Not retreat, but reassertion. Legacy not leashed by yesteryear, but lorded by his lore.